Hello, friendos. Happy Monday to most of you. Happy cold Tuesday morning to Stephen. 4 degrees this morning when I got up at 5:30. 4 degrees Celsius here in Queensland. What was it for you in Canberra there, Stephen? What's the weather and temperature everywhere else? I'd love to hear what's going on in your neck of the woods. Hello, friendos. Hello, BC. Hello, Zero. Hello, Stephen. Hello, Dan. It's really confusing, Dan, seeing my logo in chat and then seeing my logo upside down in chat to see if you've actually said anything. Right. We're going to do something a little bit different today, just for about an hour or so. We've got Mass Effect to kick into as well. I thought I was going to be medical appointment today. My scans are tomorrow. So, but it won't affect tomorrow's streaming anyway, because I made sure my scans are at like 2 p.m. my time. So we can go right through to like 1-ish anyway, or 12:31 my time, so we can get a fair bit done tomorrow. What else? That's about it. Yeah. Okay. Let's play. All right. I need to fire up the game. We're gonna fire it up. Second. It is currently 7 degrees in my neck of the woods with a wind chill. There's a bit of a wind chill. It's my new logo too. Okay, so like it says on the thumbnail and the title, we're gonna be building a new map together. Hey Dave, how are you, friendly? UK really set afternoon and evening, about 12 to 14. See there? Is that your summer? Is that your summer? Holy moly. Steven says, don't get up so early and it won't be so cold. Yeah, I have a bad habit of that. I've got a 4-legged alarm clock that likes to get up early. I got a 4-legged alarm clock that likes to get up early. And then if you saw him here, he goes back underneath the blankets downstairs here and then goes to sleep. Oh, wet not set. UK, really wet afternoon and evening, about 12 to 14 C. Oof. Wet. Right. Map editor. We've got to decide a couple of things here. What are we doing? Early supported content, that's fine. Enhanced terrain, extra terrain brushes, yes. Anything else to do with terrain? No. River terrain brushes, yeah, we'll take them. What else do we want? Maybe... Is there textures? I forget. Yeah, give me the texture there. Give me that one. I don't want to make it, because I want to be able to, at the end of it, we want to upload this map to Steam so that everyone can use it, if everyone's going to have a little bit of input. What else do we want? I don't want to go too nuts with the assets in the build itself early on. However, I would like to plop down some farms and stuff. We may get there later. We'll see how we go. Let's apply that. We're gonna go very large. I'm gonna go very large on this map because I haven't for a while. The seed, we will call it ham and chat. And then chat. Towns need 6 cargo types. How many cargo types do you guys want to run on this map together? Oh, that music's really loud. Hello, Johnny. How are we, friendo? You'll be in the stream soon after your dinner. No worries, mate. We're gonna run industry closure frequency never. I always run it as sometimes, often, or rarely. Like I do run that, but in this instance, we're gonna run it never. Industry density target. I'm happy with just leaving it middle of the road there. So does anyone have any thoughts? 4 to 6. You want 4 to 6? Or it's probably a happy medium, you know? It's probably a happy medium because you probably had enough of them. You've probably had enough playing. Here's the thing about Transport Fever 2. There's a point you get to where you're like, I've had enough of playing on this map. And 6 cargo types on a large map is pushing the limit. You're pushing the boundary. So you're probably right, Dave. Let's go start. I didn't do all the climates and stuff like that. I think it's pretty, I think I've got it pretty well set. They can be changed on load, yeah. Well, we can do it. We can just have a talk about it now and stuff. All right. Only 5 million in the bank. What? Right, so we're playing on this large map. And that's it. There's your map. Uploaded to the Steam shop. Go nuts. My original idea for this playthrough is I actually wanted to start on a blank canvas and we put the towns and the train lines in as we go as we need. So I'm going to save that for a different playthrough. We're going to do that. This one we're going to build the map together. Next playthrough we do is going to be me basically playing from vanilla and we build the map and the trains and the towns as we go. So that's going to be my next playthrough on that. Let's have a look at this. What do we want here? We're running temperate. I want to run temperate canyons, I think. Now, we've got to decide here if we're putting in our own, we're doing everything from scratch for ourselves, which we can. So, I guess the question is, what do people like most? Do people like coastlines? Do they like islands? Do they prefer rivers? Or do they prefer like a coastline going into a river? You're building everything as you go, Zero? Yeah. Yeah, so that was my idea for a bit of a playthrough. I think this one here, we'll build it together. We've got to establish, though, whether or not, I think we've got to start with the coastlines or however we're going to do it. We have to decide if we're going to be putting in a coastline with a river, which I think, and then a couple of, and I kind of think the map should be split in half. So it should be, this is a thought that I've got. Okay, let's go with something like this. Give me the big brush. I want the big one. It's going the wrong way, Ham. So here's what I think. We should wallop in a bit of a coastline, right? Doesn't have to be a huge coastline, but we can play around with it a bit. Maybe have a bit of an island out this way. It is a large map. Eat away at that. We can do more of it later. I think we have a bit of a coastline out here. We have maybe a couple of islands out this way. More coastline is required. Let's get our flattening brush here now. Eat away at this. Get ourselves a nice big span. In case we have some ships, we can do this. I'm going to leave a bit of an island there too. This is for Dan and BC. Wait, we're gonna go up the coastline up here. Oh dear. Zero. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Okay, we're just going to continue this coastline around the corner here a little bit. No dots at the end. No, we didn't make it that far, Dan. We didn't make it that far. All right, so we're already establishing a nice bit of coastline here. If we have a look at our map, damn it. No, let's not look at the map. Is there a way I can look at the map? I don't like without changing it. I don't really want to generate that, to be honest. We won't worry about it at the moment. Now, we've got the borders here. I want to leave the backside like that. I think what we have, and we'll offset it with some mountains and stuff shortly. This is why you never give a player a shovel. Twigging berries for the win. Yeah, it's okay, Zero. We'll use it next week then, because we'll continue this next week. We're not going to get all this done today, but what we'll do is we'll get the basic waterways and start fluffing out some of the mountain ways and estuaries and stuff today. But yeah, put the mini map in Discord for me, and I'll grab it next week. I'll grab it for next week, because we'll continue this. We'll continue this build through. I want a fairly deep lake here, I think. So what we'll do now, feel free to give me some input, gang. If you've got something you want built into the map, let me know, because I want to build this with you guys. Per se, I want to have like a big lake. We want to have a big lake surrounded by a bit of a mountain, and we can put some towns around it, is what I'm thinking. And then the lake has a bit of a river that runs sort of both directions, right? Well, that's not really doing what I want it to do. Why are you... You're not really doing what I need you to do there. And then you'd have to kind of like do that a little bit. Give me that one. Damn it. Didn't really work. But I kind of get the width I need anyway, but I'll have to clean it up this way. Right, let's work on making this look like a thing. Give me that. Give me that. Take the brush size right down. Yeah, okay, we'll go like that. We're going to build an area that's got a few like estuaries and riverways around it. Kind of like it's got a bit of a natural flow. Maybe build another little like lakey area there, just a smaller one. A little body of water. Right. I don't mind leaving a bit of island stuff in the middle here. One sec, gang. Okay. Fluffing. Yeah, Dan, we've got to do some fluffing. Well, gang, looks like looks like we got all week now. My doctor's appointments are my doctor's appointment is not going to be we're going to have a little island out here actually. We're going to have a little island out here. I got no doctor's appointments until next week now. It's been moved. The bloke who has to do all my scans and stuff, my specialist, not back until next week, fortunately. Hey Fury, can't stay long. Just got home from a huge run in 95 feathers degrees. Those feathers, there's certainly a temperature. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, friendo. Fury, you must be exhausted lately. All the running, all the up early to do all your yard work, and still getting out video content. Gosh, you must be tired, buddy. Right. I kind of like the craggliness of that area. I want to kind of do a little bit more. I'm kind of digging it, and then we can just sort of smooth it out just a touch. Eat away at that a little bit. Yeah, I kind of like all this up in here. So I'm going to do a little bit more right up that way, like some sort of boggy mud flaps. Flats? Flats. With a T. Not with a P, with a T. Okay? Hello, Sharon. Hello, Amy. Okay, it's said with a T. Yeah, I kind of like that. We're gonna leave that. I'm gonna have a bit more water entryway that way, like there, so it's leading up into it. And through that way. Just adds that peninsula, gives that peninsula a little bit more. Yeah, just gives it a little bit more. Take that right down. There's a bit of a section. There we go. Up. All through here. All right, so this is the Great Lake that we're having here. So we've got an entranceway that way. We'll have to clean up all of this river, mind you. We're probably going to have more rivers up this way. Like that. Into like a mountainy section there. Right, this is just planning out sections here. We'll probably have like this lake's going to be not like that shape anyway. We might actually split a section here that comes down that way. So the river itself could come like through here. But what we'll do is we'll take it like that. And have like the mouth in through here. Right? So we'll do something like that through that way. Just sort of drawing a general plan here of our bodies of water. And then it starts to give us our actual land masses here. Now, what I think would be good, and you can have, definitely anyone can have input here, is I don't know if anyone remembers my Lonely Pines map I did. In Lonely Pines, go up. In Lonely Pines, I had a lot of canyons that sort of were natural sort of blocks and forcing forcing the way that we had to bring transport and goods into sort of towns by going all the way around and going up through valleys. And if we can potentially, what I'm thinking is we might actually, I need a bigger map. I should have gone with the extra. No, we'll build it on. I want to build it on a vanilla one, just so people can play on it. But the idea will be to force a lot of it'll be to force a lot of builds to have to figure out a way to get in. That's probably not the easiest. Yeah, about it. It's probably just not the easiest. So if we build the coastline up here and we actually maybe set this on a different height. If we actually just keep rolling along this way, I will leave a little bit of a bank along the coastline here. We don't need it to be ridiculous. I have a tendency of making mountains too high sometimes. They don't actually need to be that high. So we kind of get that there. And what I'll do is I'll make a nice big sort of peak right there along that river. And here, nice big sort of mountain in this corner. Right, we get a sort of mountain there, and then we can put a sort of ridge along here. And that way we can put some quarries and stuff inside these areas, which will look kind of really good around here. Yeah, I think that's what we kind of go with. We go with something like that. And the cool thing is we maybe make this a little more mountainous than this side. What we might do with this side is we might elevate it up. So we're running it probably this height, and then we escalate the height up again. So if we get a sort of height like that up that way, and we leave this section all flat through here, this coastline, and we get this mountainous ridge section that we can build up into, like a bit of a hinterland. There's a hinterland down near the Gold Coast, not far from me. Canungra Valley, O'Reilly's Mountains and stuff, which are really kind of good. They're really beautiful, scenic stuff you can build in. Cold hands. So maybe that level through there. And that all fills in. And then we go another couple of steps higher in some sections. Because we still want to have this map buildable for a lot of thanks. Yeah, we want to have this map buildable in a lot of areas. We don't want to just make it a mountainous, thing. I have a tendency to do that in a lot of my current builds. I do that for my playthroughs just to make them more challenging these days, that's all. But sometimes just building a nice map to get some nice scenic routes in, it's kind of like better. Now, down in here, might be quite good to build a nice big quarry section. So we could have like a big crater in the middle here. How far down can we come? I don't think we can come down much further. But so if we just put a body of water in like that height. And like none of this, we can change all of this. Hello, Wes, how are you, friendo? We can change all of this as we go. I think the premise will be just to get some basic plans in, and we can sort of play with it and change it as we go in the next couple of weeks before we start building on it. So what I might do is I might build up a layer right around here like this. Right, and then we can go up again. Almost like a sort of mountain we'll build up around this, like the Lost World. We'll build like a big crater up here. We could have like a town just in here called Crater Falls or something, or like a, what size map we going for? We've gone for a large one. We've just gone for the large vanilla one, Wes. Just because when we finish this eventually, I want it to be a sort of smoother transition to go up on the Steam Workshop for everyone. If that makes sense. What I'm going to do, I'm going to escalate the mountains out around this backside here. We'll get back to all these riverways and stuff shortly. I think we got to get some land. Yeah, I think the prominent feature of this map will be the lake with the rivers that run to it and this crater. And what we'll do is we'll have like a quarry inside the crater, but we'll have like a small town that in here that sort of facilitates that crater, facilitates that mine. I think that would be kind of good. But the premise is we'll have to get resources into and out of that yeah, we'll keep going up out this way. If I just take that out here, there'll be another big section. Yeah, I wish I could make the, is there bigger brushes? I don't know if there is. Okay, I do want a large mountain in the map here. Right, something to really differentiate the area. Right in the middle. Welcome to Crater Falls. We could call it like Isla, what is that? Isla Nubla or Isla Nubla, however you want to pronounce it, out of Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. If you've ever been to, if anyone's ever been to Malaysia or sailed through or into Malaysia or whatever, when you get to Malaysia, and there's a lot of, Malaysia looks a lot like Jurassic Park. So they've got these really beautiful coastlines. Then right behind it and all around it, there's these islands, and then there's these coastlines that are just covered in these big, gorgeous tropical mountains. Right? It's a beautiful land around there, around Malaysia. That's kind of a bit of a look I'm going for right here, right now. It's kind of a very sort of Malaysian, mountainous, tropical look through these islands and these ways, and then just slap a, like we can put a big sort of crater in the middle here. You know, we can start to get something really cool built in. You can actually eat away at the side of that. Take that brush size down just so we can eat in at the mountain here. You can get a really cool effect just on the cliff sides. Amy, it'll be it'll be exactly where they it'll be yeah, we should make it into a dino paw print. You want to, Dave? We can do that. We could do something like that here. So we could actually Amy, you got it spot on. Crater Falls. Dino Falls, we'll call it. One hell of a loan to get out of debt, says Dan. La, da, 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 da. Love how it's just become about Jurassic Park now. I kind of want that to... I'll fix these up shortly. I want them to angle more up that way. It should be only like 3 prints too, shouldn't it? If we just... let's get the shape here properly. Right, hang on, let's bring up a picture of a dino print. I googled dino print and it came up with literally prints you put on the wall of dinosaurs. Right, so I'm gonna take it. Let's go images. Right, I've got an image here. One second. I've got an image here that we can probably use. Just as a bit of a reference. Okay, I'll fix all this. Okay, so you know what? Fix it from about here. We can color it all and change it all up surely. Dino footprint, matey. Yeah, I did. Oh, Sharon's dropped a £3. Thank you, Sharon. You're the best around. Sharon for the win today, friends. You're the best. Thank you, Sharon, for that support. And you're a member as well, so thank you very much, friendo. Right, what we're going to do... Sharon's the best. I've said it. Right. It looks like it kind of comes up this way. I'm just going to get the basic in, then one comes up that way. And then one out that way. Right? I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Don't think it. Stop thinking it. All right? Stop it. You dirty buggers. All right. I want to go down. Now, it's not perfect around here. It's obviously coastline, so we've got to make it look not perfect. That one there. There's a fine line between pleasure and pain. Middle finger. This one's for Dan. This is for Dan. There you go, Dan. Is that is that what you wanted before? That middle finger. Actually, if you want to be biologically correct, it's not a finger, it's a toe. Come on, guys. Get your dinosaur anatomy correct. And it's been eroded for millions of years, Stephen, exactly like you said. Oh, that's even worse. Right. Welcome to Crater Falls. It weirdly has a dino print there and... Whatever, shut up. Steven says no, just no. Welcome to Dino Falls. Now, to sort of downplay it all a lot, I do want to actually build in a section just sort of through here. A bit like this. We might actually put a dam up in here. It might be a good reason to have a dam in. Also, no falls. Well, what do you want to call it then? How do you want me? How would you like me to put a waterfall in? Yep, big dinosaur. Big dinosaur. Yeah, you can't exactly put waterfalls in and stuff. Sorry, team. Maybe in the next iteration of the game would be good. Okay. It'll be a tourist spot, okay? It's missing some dino DNA. Right. We got to have something interesting in the middle of it like that. I think that looks quite good. Okay, you can put a 1. Actually, I wonder if I can start a poll here. And BC and Dan, I don't want to hear that's what she said because I said the word poll. I'm already in your heads. Oh, mind you, I do want to do a shout out to BC and Dan. Dan Ziller in chat here. They're my new, we're going forward. They're going to be helping me moderate the channel a little bit. So Dan and BC, thanks for that massively, team. Yeah, it's going to really help going forward. How do I need to figure out how to do this. 1 second. Okay. Right, 1 sec. Johnny! Welcome back, friendo. What was for dinner this evening? Chat lottery, how many monitors does Ham have? Good question, Stephen. Just 1 sec. Ooh, I wonder how many monitors he has. Blah, blah, blah. No, I don't want that. Please. Don't do that. That's not where. One sec, team. Here we go. Quite simply, do you like the dino print? You can vote now, yes or no. There we go. The poll has started. Do you like the dino print? Yes or no? In the crater. Homemade hamburgers, Johnny. Potato and salad, deviled eggs, which were also homemade. Johnny, there's a vote for it. You can vote, friendo. We've got 4 votes in. You got to click the votey thingy, Johnny, for me. All right, we'll give it a little bit longer. BC voted no too. It's 29% no, 25% no, 71% yes so far. 1 minute to go. 1 minute to win it. It's exciting. But we need to have some excitement music, do we? Okay. Ooh. And the winner is, the poll has ended. 77% yes, 22% no. The yeses have it. We'll do some more polls later. What happened to the meh option? You can just type that in chat like you have, Stephen. Meh. Now, obviously, we have to have a way. I want to have a way for the water in and out. We're going to probably do something like this through, like we're going to make a nice canyon through here. And then it can link up in through here to make it look like a thing. Make it look like a thing. %77% of the chat are running chat only mode, obviously. Look, I put the poll to you guys. Now I want to know who didn't like it and why. Let's hear it. Let's hear why you didn't like it. Because remember, we're making a bit of a cool map, but also you got to have a bit of fun. You got to have a bit of a uniqueness to it. It's got to have some uniqueness. We're going to build these canyons through here. Give me that. Out that way. So we can get sort of like a waterway in through here. And we might set up a bit of a dam that works, I think. And then we can join up with this river just here. We could probably have a big water space just here. Right? And then that waterway leads down into here. Right? Where that will lead, like that. Now, obviously, these aren't the finished rivers. Don't take these with a grain of salt, because we've still got to work on all of it. Like all that's got to be cleared out through there. We're just getting in the basic layout as it is. Right. Like a better face. It looks too unnatural. BC, you don't like it looks too unnatural? It's kind of supposed to, really, though, isn't it? It's a dinosaur print. Like, how more natural can you get with a dinosaur print? I mean, we could make it look a little bit more like it's like accidentally a dino print. Do you know what I mean? We could make it look like, we could make it in a way where you can say, hey, that, I get why they call it Dino Crater or Dino. I'm just going to go Dino Falls, even though there's no falls. You know what I mean? There's a reason why it's called Dino Falls. If we can make it in a way where it looks, you know what I mean? Where over time it's sort of just eroded that way. Yeah. So I definitely know what you're saying. You know what I mean? So all we'd have to do is probably just chunk out a few pieces in and around here like that. So, you know. Can I make the lake in that shape, Johnny? It's starting to look all right. You throw in a heap of trees around here, and it's not too bad. I'll just go with the what tree do I want here? Yeah, we'll go with we will go with sugar maple, European linden, the oak, the apple tree. Actually, the Scots pine is probably the one you want here, isn't it? Scots pine and let's go with Scots pine. Keep the oak and the sugar maple. Go with those ones for a sec. Stephen, it's okay. Stephen, it's okay. I'm just doing a demonstration of what it can look like in here. Okay. Plus, I don't have the problem where if I put trees in, I can still edit. I don't have that problem. It's okay. I know why you're saying it. It's fine. I just want to demonstrate some stuff in here first. What it can actually look like. Throw in some mangroves in and around here. Probably look all right. You know what? That's not working for me. So I'm just going to go like this. I know why you're saying it though, Stephen. So it's totally fine. I can always delete them. I just want to have them in and around here. Just so I can get a bit of a look. But you know what I mean? Like you can start to sprinkle trees around. And you start to just sort of feather in and just it takes out the coastlines a little bit. So you just start to really sort of take out the coastlines, right? And it just starts to make it look a little more natural. Right. And then the sort of footprint gets a little more lost in translation a little bit, you know? So you end up with something a little bit more like that through here. And we make it into a bit of a natural part. Where's the nudist beach? What do you think? Does that look any better for people? Is this acceptable or is this not acceptable? That's what I want to hear. Put in a nice beach section. There will be a town in here. The town will probably sit like right here, to be honest. We'd probably like have one just sit in like either here or probably here. It'll only be a small town. You must have an oil industry in Dino Dan Lake. Johnny doesn't like it. Johnny, what would you want in the crater? I mean, you got to remember, gang, this is episode 1 of us building this map. We're not building it all in one day. We're just sort of playing with some ideas. Johnny, how would you have done it? What would you like to see instead? Take the dino print out. It no longer looks like the anatomy of a woman went upside down. Oh, Dan, I didn't think it did anyway. Not in that shape. The thing we could do is take out a lot more through here like this. Take these trees out now. More of the lake with sort of fjord canyons. More like this, you reckon, through here. Yeah, if we just sort of join it in through around here, I think it'll be better. You know, in through here. Let's go. Maybe a bit around the top here as well. Get rid of Stephen's trees. And we'll sort of come through this section just here. And then I think that'll do it for in here. Wrong thing. Like that. And more, you want it more fjordy though, like Johnny, do ya? How's that look? Does that look any better? Johnny was outvoted. Him. Move on. Yeah, it's good to have opinions on. It's good to get like a mix. We can still have our dino print in here, but it looks a little bit more like a lake now. But we've still got that dino print sort of look. Bit more natural look is what he's after, I think, which is fine. It's probably right. And all this through here will be naturally it'll made to look natural too. The best way to do it is literally. And Stephen's got a great tip for everyone making maps as well. Don't put trees in until you're finished with your map, because it does make it really hard when you're editing. The trees really slow down when you're editing, so you have to go through and retake them all back out before you sort of edit again. So just be wary of that. Right, so let's keep going on. We'll get Zero's tool that he's going to put in the minimap tool as well. So along here we'll probably have more ridge area all the way up until we get maybe a lake in this corner as well. So we could probably have a lake up in this corner. Backed with a bit of a mountain section up here. Just to sort of cap off that corner. I'm happy to leave the water run off the edge there, actually. Like that. So, and then that river can lead up into here. So... Get a sort of natural flow in through here. Right. Nice little sort of peaky mountain. The river goes around there. Streetcar tracks. As in the trams. The tramways. Yeah, so I think we're starting to get a bit of a good design here. Maybe this lake can be dulled down, but the point of this lake, right? The point I want to have about this lake is on each side, we kind of have some towns each side, and we can use not only trains, but we can ship a lot between the towns. So we can run some ferries between the towns. We can run ships out to the port that might go up to the coastline, up around this way, because we probably won't send ships up that river. We'll probably send larger ships up around, or trains even. Because what we might do here is we might have a very, very cool sort of, I'm thinking, and this comes into what I was saying before, we're going to put like a bit of a ridge that goes potentially through here. We'll probably put like a ridge that goes like along this way. Give me that for a sec. Right, that sort of blocks this area off. And then what we'll do is we'll make that sort of a more mountainous through here. Right. We'll make it higher, and then it can also come like across this way, right? So all of a sudden we've got Johnny's fjords and canyons up through here. And what we do is we stop the trains, we stop most transport trying to get through this way. We can do it by just walloping in a bit more, you know. Now the mountain stuff takes a while to put in and make look good, but you get the idea. You get the premise of how we're just going to build it up. Not even Brisbane anymore, though, Stephen. Brisbane used to have trams back in the day, but Gold Coast now has the trams in Queensland. The Gold Coast has a modern tram system. I'm okay with this in here. It still represents, it still looks like a dyno print, but it kind of has a bit more natural feel to it. Yeah, so we're basically segregating this section of the map, and the only way in or out, we have to get a train right around, because this is going to be a plateau with sort of, this is going to be sort of rolling hills up on top here. We'll sort of have rolling hills up here. If you get my drift. So all we do is just sort of, we're making some more hilly sections, and we'll make things look more hilly as we go around here. We'll probably put in like more hills on top of the hills, make it look a bit more rounder, that sort of thing, you know. So we'll really get a nice sort of effect all the way through here from the coastline. So we'll have some sort of flat and hilly areas, then we'll have the mountainous crater areas, we'll have the river sort of, and the lake towns, and they'll sort of be, so we'll get a very cool, unique sort of map going on here over the next few weeks. Before then, we start building on it. But honestly, because we're kicking off Mass Effect now, so we're going to do this every week for the next few weeks. We're going to start building this map team. Bring your thoughts, bring your ideas, because this is all subject to change, and I'd love to hear what you guys have. We'll run more polls. We'll do more polls in the chat just to get an idea of what you guys want, just to make it more interactive, and then we can upload this to the workshop so everyone can play on it. All right. Then we'll have to go through mods that we want on the map, on the playthrough, that sort of stuff as well. We might call it, with this, we might call it Dino Falls, even though there's no waterfall. Stephen and Johnny are having a chat about trams in the chat. But yeah, I think good start. This lake's terrible, by the way. It'll get fixed up, made look better. Maybe we put an island out in the middle. Maybe we don't. All these ideas, I'd love to hear from you. Please let me know if you're watching in the future. Let me know in the comment section down below. If you can't make it to the live streams, I still want to hear your ideas, because this map's not only for us right here, it's for everyone. And if you got some cool ideas, this is just me sort of nutting some basic stuff out today, and we can build from it and go from there. All right. All right, we're kicking off Mass Effect in 5 minutes, so go grab yourself a beverage, grab yourself a drink. As I said, this is going to be weekly. We're going to be doing this weekly until we get this map done, and then we're going to start the playthrough on it. So, exciting times ahead for this. Thank you for joining me today, friendos. Those that wanted to be here for Transport Fever 2. For those that want to keep watching Mass Effect and kick on with that, we're going to crack into that now. Anyone that wants to see more simulation stuff, there is an episode of City Skylines 2 that I've put up for Ashburn Coast yesterday evening my time, so go check that out. It's a bit of fun. We're trying to fix all our indiscretions and mistakes that we did in the live stream, so we're going to be trying to tidy up that town and push it forward into the future. All right, signing off, Dave. Go and get some sleep, friendo. Sharon, thank you so much for the tip as well. You're the best. I will see everyone shortly, and that's it. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back weekly with this stream. Get out of here.